It's on the Skype. Zuri team.
It says here, not available. So, obviously we have a major problem with the process of communication. Like, this is just unacceptable. So, I don't understand why it's so complicated. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
So, you would have here, Mercury session, right? It's old world session. And then here's who's invited. These are the people, and these are the whether they're invited or not. And this has whether they're invited. So if they're not invited, then obviously they would not be coming, right? So this is like if they responded, right? And obviously if they're not coming and they're not invited, they shouldn't respond, right?
Yeah.
So I don't understand why they wouldn't fill this out. It's just really unprofessional. So you say whether someone responded yes or no, and then you say if they're coming yes or no. It should this is the most important part right here. Is someone coming or not? And this is what is blank. So it's like it just didn't, the work didn't happen, So I don't know. It just doesn't look like people want to take it seriously or do the work. I don't know why people would do that. So not expected and no response is just not a sufficient answer. But I don't know. But we can do our own Mercury session without anyone else, I suppose. But either way, we don't have a doc or anything, so I don't know. We're already at 15 minutes late, and I don't know. But I'm down if you want to do something. Otherwise, we can just not do it. But we need a doc.
Maybe I think it would be better if you just explain to me how we are supposed to do responsibility organizing for payroll payment.
You mean position organizing?
Yes, in position organizing.
Well, that's what I was planning
to do
going
that
over.
As a coordinator.
Yeah, as a
coordinator. And also voting for elections.
Yeah, that's definitely the plan, for sure. But we're not going to do anything without a doc.
Okay.
So, I mean, for me, it's just like the number one main thing we need to figure out here is for our attendance, like for like example, like the next quarter moon session, somebody needs to talk to every single person on Skype and verify and confirm whether who is coming and who's not coming. I mean, it shouldn't be even a question.
Yeah.
So that's the first and most important thing. Not sure why I'm in the old world. That's kind of odd. In the old world.
Why is it that your screen is not clear? This is my side.
You can't see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it, but it's not clear. Is it a problem from my side? I can't read whatever is.
Well, if we had the dock, you wouldn't have to because you could just do that. But I don't know, maybe we should try to figure it out. I'm not sure why it's not coming through properly. So it says that you are not planning on coming to the quarter moon. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not coming. Yes, you are not coming, or yes, you are coming?
I'm not coming.
You're not coming, okay. And it says here that neither Joseph nor Lucy responded. So do you think you could check in with Joseph and Lucy about it?
How?
What do you mean, how? Like the Venus session, you need to respond about whether or not you're coming to the Venus session, and we need to make sure every single other person responds and communicates. I'm just confused on how you don't what you're not understanding about it. Like this is essential that we have communication about who is and is not coming to the sessions.
Yes.
So you would send a message to Joseph, like on the Jury channel or something. Like, do you not communicate with Joseph?
We do communicate.
Yeah, so you ask Joseph, are you coming to the quarter moon session?
Okay.
And then he answers either yes or no. Him not answering is unacceptable. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
as a worker, if you're getting paid and you're on the budget, you're required to respond. If you don't respond, that basically means that we're cutting you from the budget. Like you're not communicating. Right?
Yes.
So my question to you is, can you ask Joseph and Lucy if they're coming to the quarter moon?
Okay. I'll just call them.
Yeah, I'll contact them and send them a message on Skype or whatever, so that we can figure that out.
I don't think if Lucy can respond now, because I'm sure that she has attended the church service.
So we also need to get communication from Razu, Zonad, Aline, Ahasi, Rashid, and Alabra as well.
Yeah.
And I can add you to the Jello team if you want to help with that. Oh, I guess there's also Miguel, huh? So I'm not feeling that we're getting any like basic communication going at this point. Are we just should we just stop, or I mean I'm a little confused. Hello?
Hello.
So our communication seems to be lacking here. Should we stop, or did you want to help with the Jello communications for the quarter moon? Are we doing session doc? Like what's going on?
I'll try and communicate with them.
So actually I can add you to the Jello team?
Yes, it's okay.
So if you can, do you have the New World schedule?
No, I don't have it. Please send me.
Okay.
Send it to me.
Would you have the Old World schedule?
No,
You don't have the Old World schedule.
I don't.
How can you not have the Old World schedule? Are you even scheduled?
I do use Google Calendar to know when I'm supposed to attend.
Yeah, but you need to be scheduled on the Old World schedule. Let's see what it says here. It says you're scheduled for 5 days that you do Zuri team Sunday, Mondays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that would be, and then you also do dynamic on Wednesday, Thursday. I'm not sure how that works out to 5. Let's see. So I have, oh, that's odd. Yeah. So it says you're scheduled for four sessions per week. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's good. So you have your session schedule worked out. So you need to be communicating with everybody and making sure that the current global sessions are getting responded to and organized. Does that make sense, or?
Yeah. So I should use Skype, right?
Yep. Unless someone's on a session, you can talk with them directly.
Okay. So should I send a general message asking them whether they'll attend or not?
Yes, that's what you should do.
Oh,
So,
okay.
So for Old World, you need to ask Joseph and Lucy if they're planning on attending the last quarter moon session.
Okay.
And then the same thing for the new world. So do you see the schedule, the current global session schedule?
Yes.
Okay, so under the Venus session is, well, the last quarter moon is the next session, so you can see who did not respond and who did respond, right?
I can see.
Okay, so then, did anyone respond for Venus session yet for Old World?
Venus. Yes, we have some people who have responded by saying yes.
Where?
Like Albina for Venus session.
Yeah.
Which will happen on 5th September.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's no one who has responded.
Okay.
Okay, but
so everyone needs to respond for Venus session next. So let's do the quarter session first.
Yes.
Let's get the quarter moon session first and get that, and then the next one will be the Venus session, okay?
Yes.
So hopefully we can get organized. This is very, very important to getting organized. So you got the links for that? So then for New World, what? What?
Yes.
Did you get the link for the New World one?
Yes, I have the link. New World scheduled spreadsheet.
Okay, cool. And so, who's responded for the quarter moon?
Quarter moon. Yes, we have Albina, who has responded. We have Zilu, Lucy, and you. Only 4 people.
Yeah, great. Okay, cool. So we need to communicate with Abdul.
Yes.
And then Teresa and Joyce, they're on leave, so you don't need to worry about them. All right, but we do need to find out when they get off leave. Like when does their schedule start? Right?
Okay.
So we need that answered. So let's go ahead and throw that out there. When does Teresa, Joyce, and Irene start again?
Then let me ask you a question. On this column E, when we say that people are invited, how do we invite them? How do we confirm that someone was invited?
On Skype. So on Skype, you would just say,
okay.
You would say,
so long as you sent a message on Skype, then you can go ahead and indicate here that they were invited, right?
No. The invitation is based on whether or not the session is during Old World or New World, and whether or not their work time schedule is during that time. So, for example, for the Mercury session is during an Old World time. It's in the middle of the night for New World. Does that make sense? So it's daytime during Old World and is in the middle of the night for New World. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So therefore, since the Mercury session is Old World session, we only invite global workers, right? So that's going to include Albina, Abdul, Zilu, Lucy, and myself, right? And then we're also inviting Zonad and Nalabra, right? Everybody else are either on leave or are Old World workers. They're not invited. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But this session, the last quarter moon session, is during the New World time. So during New World, people will be, I believe it's during Cobalt. No, Sonic. I believe it's during Sonic session, right? We actually are going to want to be writing that down. I believe it's Sonic session. So we do New World / Sonic if we were organized. So for this one, we're inviting basically everybody.
Yeah.
So for Eileen, she says she's coming back September 12th. So we can see anything after September 12th. So September 16th, Eileen is now going to be active, right? So we can make sure for all the ones before that, she's on leave here. She would be on leave here. And she's on leave here. But for this one, she's invited. Okay?
Yes.
And then we just have 2 people on leave. So we need to double check when Teresa and Joyce are coming back, because we just don't know. We need to check that. To check. Make it like bright pink or something. No, we need to check that. Anyway, so just going back to the quarter moon session, right? We need to confirm for quarter moon all like Abdul and Razu and Hasi, Rashid, and Miguel. Or no, yeah, that's correct. Aziz, Zonad, Hasi, Rashid, Nulabra, and Miguel. So are you going to take care of that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll send them the message asking them whether they'll attend.
Okay. So do you see under like where it says new moon 18 p.m.? That's a little odd. We would want to confirm that. 12 p.m. UTC also, yeah. So some of these ones later on, whether it's New World or Old World, there seems to be questions about that need to be fixed. We need to confirm whether it's New World or Old World. 2300 p.m. All right. So there's a lot of problems here still. Hopefully we can get organized. So when are you going to do that by? For the quarter moon?
Yes, I'm doing it right now.
How are you doing it right now? What are you doing?
I'm trying to type the message so that I can send it on the Skype.
On the Jello team? And the Zero team? Okay. Great.
Jello team only.
Okay, and then but also you have Joseph.
What if I post it here on?
You also need to do Joseph and Lucy. Mercury session? No. Mercury session is just for us. So we're gonna delete. We're deleting everybody else from the Mercury session because they're not here.
Okay. Let me see if I can access Jello team. Yeah. Is it right if I invite Miguel, Nilabra, and Rashid also? Hasi, Rashid, Nilabra, and Miguel.
Yep. So everybody. So it's gonna be everybody on the Jella team is invited to the New World Sonic session for the quarter moon. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Perfect. So when they respond,
Yes.
you can update this New World schedule, but either
Yes.
way, we'll see on. It's going to happen pretty soon, so we'll see on the Jella team if people respond or not. Okay. So thank you very much
Yes.
for doing that. So you also want to do the Zuri team to check in with Joseph and Lucy as well.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're making some progress. Pretty slow here, but we are making progress, which is good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I think we're good to go for now. I'll send you the manager, the general manager position doc. Hopefully you have that. Hello?
Without it. I experienced not
Not sure if you can hear me anymore, Steve, but here's the general manager position doc. Were you able to get the general manager position doc?
I have it now.
Cool. All right. So yeah, just make sure you look through it, and you can see a little more about what the main priorities are, and we can go from there. Okay.
Yeah.
And then maybe at the Venus session or the next global session that you're available for, we can do more training on that. But just do your best, make a doc, send it over to us, list all your priorities, list all your responsibilities for both your manager position as well as for your oversight role. So the main difference between just normal responsibility organizing is for normal responsibility, you have your priorities and responsibility link, right? But with a manager responsibility is two sets. One is your internal set for your manager duties, right? What are your priorities? For example, what is your top priority right now for your payroll?
Top priority. The goal is to have everyone get paid and on time.
No. That would be the goal of the outcome, but not of the position. Your position, you want to get organized. Your top priority, so your overall goal is helping coordinate to make sure people get paid, right? But as far as the actual position goes, your top priority is getting organized and getting your payroll doc set up. That's how you're going to get people paid. Does that make sense? Does it make sense?
Yes.
So then your internal responsibilities are, for example, compiling a list of responsibilities that you're overseeing and making sure that all the priorities are clear for what needs to get done to ensure people get paid, right? But then the responsibilities are the list of the actual responsibilities, and those would be the external ones that you aren't internally doing, and then you have another list of priorities, right? So there's two sets of priorities and responsibilities, one internal for yourself, and then one for the whole team. Okay?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you can use some of the old payroll docs and just update them so that you understand it, or you can create a new payroll position doc, whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
All right, and then just send it over to us, and we will do more training and things like that in the future. But I think we're good for now. We did an hour. I am very, very thankful that you showed up. So it's really, really nice. And then we need to make sure eventually we need to do our team equity, which will show us showing up for the Mercury session, and no one else did. So that would increase our team equity substantially, especially for the Mercury. For a network equity, it would be even more. Okay.
It's okay.
So I think that's pretty much it. Any other questions for you?
So should I do the same for voting, for elections?
Yeah, elections and voting. Yeah. And all of the elections and voting and tabulation for co-chairs is supposed to be done before we're going to be having the new moon session. It just needs to happen beforehand. So you need to make sure people are doing that. It just needs to get done,
Yeah.
And today we have no voting at the Mercury session, so we have no proposals, no voting, there's no form. Okay?
Okay.
So if we had a full Mercury session, we had a bunch of proposals, we would need to create a form. Okay?
It's okay.
But since we don't have any, we don't have to create a form. And so our next most important form will be for our HR board vote, specifically for the new moon budget.
Yes.
Great. All right. Thanks, Steve. I'll talk to you soon, and good work on everything, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Also.
You take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye.